Hi everybody, I just thought it would be funny to do a 10 things I miss about Australia food edition. I think because I'm pregnant, I keep on getting these cravings, things that I can get in Australia, and you probably can possibly get a similar thing here, but I don't know, I think something about where you grew up and where you are from, you miss that particular brand, that particular item. So I really wanted to do this video because then when I go back home, I can remember exactly what I miss food-wise and I can eat exactly everything on that list. Okay, so the first thing I miss is Coles mud cake. And you may call me a basic bitch, but every year for my birthday, I used to get Coles mud cake, and this year for my birthday I wasn't able to get it because obviously I wasn't in Australia and there's no Coles here. My husband did buy me a mud cake that was very similar, but it just wasn't the same. I will put a picture on for people that don't know what Coles mud cake is. It's like $5 from Coles. It's a little mud cake and it's just delicious, and I used to have like 2 slices and then in the morning I would have one for breakfast. It's very thick and very sickly, but they're the best and I love them so much, and I miss it for my birthday that I didn't get a Coles mud cake. The next thing I miss is grilled burgers. So I'll put a picture of grilled on now, and I'm not sure if they are in any other country, but they are in Australia, and it's just like somewhat healthy burger that you can get, and I usually just get a simply grilled, which is just like the simplest form of burger. They have this sauce on it, it's like herb mayo sauce. It's so good. Me and my husband always go to the movies, and it's right next to the movies, and eat grilled. And it also comes with these chips with herb mayo sauce, which is so good. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so hungry and I just had breakfast. But they're really good and I miss it so much. The next thing I miss, and actually my mum said to me this yesterday and I ate all of it, is shapes. Especially chicken shapes. I used to go to the store and just buy a box of chicken shapes. Actually, I'll get one. So I just scoop this out of the bin, but it's these shapes. They're the best, and I ate also the pizza shapes, which is so good. I'm pretty sure they're like Australian brand. They are so good. And it's not like I eat them all the time anyway. It's just, I think the accessibility that if you are in a country or in Australia and you can buy them, you just do. I really miss chicken shapes, especially being pregnant. That's all I've been craving is like shapes, and there's nothing, well, I can't find anything with the same texture as these shapes. They're the best. Oh, okay, so France is famous for their cheese. I can't eat soft cheeses since I'm pregnant, but I've really missed eating cheddar cheese, and I cannot find just basic cheddar cheese anywhere. It's so hard. Everything has a little bit of a smell to it. I'm not one for smelly cheeses. I know I'm living in France and I don't like smelly cheeses, but I just can't help it. I don't like the taste of it. It just is too strong for me. Even when my husband gives me one that is he says it's like a weak cheese, I can't eat it. It's just too smelly, and I just want my basic bitch cheddar cheese that I just put on everything. I just miss just the basic cheddar cheese. I think I can put the brand up here that I usually get. It's just this big block of yellow cheddar cheese, and I would put it on pasta, I'll put it on burritos, I'll put it on everything, and it's so good. And it's just the basic cheddar cheese that I want, and there's none here in France. Everything has to be fancy and I'm not fancy. So that's what I miss as well. I miss brunch. I miss there's so many breakfast places in Australia. Literally they close at 2 o'clock and they're open from 7 in the morning. You can go there, and I usually get a soy cappuccino and smashed davo with feta cheese, and it's so good. There is no places here that do breakfast. Everywhere does like lunch and dinners. I think they do have places that have crepes, but it's just not the same. I just miss my soy cappuccino and my smashed avo with toast, and I can't wait. Like, that's the first thing I'll do when I go back to Australia, is go to a breakfast place and have smashed avocado with a soy cappuccino. That's what I miss. Dairy milk chocolate. There's no dairy milk chocolate here. Everywhere has like a different brand and just doesn't taste the same. I know there's dairy milk chocolate in London and the UK, but I just don't understand. We're so close and there's nothing here. I know there's a lot of chocolate brands here, but then a lot of them are like kind of sickly. Like, you can't eat the whole packet, which I want to eat the whole packet of dairy milk chocolate. But that's one thing I really miss about Australia. It's not particularly Australia. I'm sure it's a lot of places that you can just buy like a block of dairy milk chocolate, but specifically the one with almond nuts in it. Oh, I really want. Every time I go to the store, I'm like, okay, what's similar to dairy milk chocolate and what has nuts in it? I usually just get Kinder here because I know Kinder is really good. Thai curry. So I just want like the green curry with rice. There's one right next to my house in Australia. Like, literally I could walk there, and we used to, like, when we couldn't be bothered cooking, it was like $8 to buy like a Thai chicken curry with rice on the side, and it was a huge one. It tastes amazing. I love it so much that I used to like sip the green curry by itself at the end when it was just like the juice of it. It's so good. There is a Thai place here, but I haven't gone to check if they have green curry. But yeah, I miss that. I really want to eat that. I've seen some people, like, I'll be watching vlogs and they'll be eating Thai chicken curry and it looks so good. And actually the other day we bought a little packet to make at home. It just didn't taste the same though, but it was a very similar taste that it kind of hit the spot that I needed it to. But yeah, there's the one specifically that it was right next to my house. I really miss that one because I know exactly what to get. I knew exactly how much it was, and it was just so easy, and I love that Thai chicken curry. And there's always like, oh, and with that one, I'm going to say pho or pho. I don't know how you actually call it. It's really popular in Australia. I think it's because Australia is so close to Asia that lots of Asian foods are so popular. And I'm also going to say another Asian food that I really miss. But pho is so good, especially in winter. Now it's winter in Australia, but it's like a chicken, or it doesn't have to be chicken, but it's a soup that is like a spicy, and it's got like all these veggies, and it's so good. We used to have, there was like a shopping center that we used to go to, and they had the pho and we used to eat it before we went shopping, and it was just like, it just felt like home. Like, it was just so homely. You get really full afterwards, and it's so good. So I miss that. And also I miss sushi, which I can't eat when I'm pregnant anyway, but in Australia you have like here there's sushi restaurants, or restaurants that serve sushi. But in Australia you can actually go to a food court and buy sushi, and they have like little packets, like a roll, 2 rolls that you can buy with it, which is like $2 each, and just eat it with like a little bit of soy sauce. And it's so funny because if you asked me 5 years ago, I never ate sushi ever. Like, I hated sushi, like, bleh. But now I love sushi so much that I just want to watch someone eat sushi. Maybe after this I'll watch someone mukbang sushi or something. But I miss Milo. And I know a lot of people hate Milo when they taste it, but I used to do this thing when I was little, and I haven't had Milo in like 10 years or something, but I guess because it's not right next to me, or it's not in the store, like, I just want to have it. But Milo, what I used to do when I was younger, I used to put like literally a whole glass of Milo and then a little bit of milk, and then I would mix it until it made like a Milo paste, and I used to eat that. It was so good, but probably like a million calories. But I loved it so much, and I really miss. I called it Milo paste. I really miss my Milo paste, and I know a lot of people, like, I've watched a lot of people eat Milo in like videos from like Australian sweets, and they hate it. They say it tastes like off milk or something, off chocolate milk. But I think because when you grow up with something, you just like love it a little bit more. And so I really miss Milo. Tim Tams. Of course I miss Tim Tams. My mum's been sending us Tim Tams over, and I miss just like being able to get them. My mum buys me like a big packet, but you can also buy small packets and small finger size. It's called Tim Tam fingers, and they're really small, like kind of like a chocolate bar that you could just buy. I really miss that, like going to the store if you want like a chocolate bar and there's no Tim Tams. Of course there's other things you can have that chocolate, but just Tim Tams are the best, especially doing a Tim Tam slam. It's so good. And the last thing, of course, is my mum's cooking. I miss my mum's cooking so much. We used to go every Sunday to my mum's house and she used to cook us dinner, and this is more like she's Chilean, or she was born and raised in Chile and moved to Australia, and I guess she cooked me Chilean food. But I miss Chilean food. Like I miss asado, I miss potato salad, I miss her rice that she makes, I miss everything that she used to make. Like every dinner was delicious, even her pasta. Everything was delicious and I just miss it. Like I think it's just because it's like just reminds me of home and I miss her cooking so much. So those are my 10 things that I miss about Australia. Don't get me wrong, I love France so much. I love being here. I'm so lucky that I'm living in a different country, and I don't want it to be like I miss home so much, like someone to think like, well, just go home. But I love being here, but I think it's because when you're pregnant, you just crave so much foods that I guess you've had in your childhood, and I miss all those foods. So anyway, I hope you like this video. If you're Australian and if you know any of these foods that I've mentioned, just comment down below and maybe eat it and let me know that you're eating it so I can like savor and live vicariously out of you. But yeah, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next one. Bye!